Welcome to the 5th episode of John Eats Keto. I really appreciate you tuning in again. Now, who loves Rachael Ray?
I do.
I used to love Rachael Ray. I used to watch her talk show. I used to watch her shows on Food Network. I even used to subscribe to her magazine.
Then what happened?
I don't know what happened, but 10 years ago, there was a recipe that she made in her magazine that I've made making ever since. But I had to figure out how to make it keto-fied. The recipe was not for keto before, but this recipe, I will show you how to make a keto version. So let's check out my video on how to make a non-keto recipe, keto-fied.
All right, first things first. Get yourself some good ground beef. I'm talking about that 75-25, 80-20. You see, when I used to work out before I was on keto, you know, they tell you to get those lean meats, that 90-10. Well, come to find out, all the flavor was in the fat. Oh, I was so mad when I found that out. You know, when you go to a restaurant and you're like, man, these burgers are bomb. It was because of the fat in the burgers. Okay, so now you saw me add half a cup of grated Parmesan, and I added some pepper, and then you just saw me add a little bit of liquid smoke, and now I'm just adding a couple of pinches of pink Himalayan salt. You can use whatever salt you like, but pink Himalayan has, you know, extra added minerals. You could go ahead and fry up some bacon. I didn't have any bacon during this recipe, so I just used the bacon bits that I had. And then also you might want to consider sauteing up some onions, but I didn't have any onions either, so I had to use stuff from a bottle. And then you just mix it up, get it all mushed together into the meat, and add 2 eggs. The Parmesan is going to help bind it together, but the eggs is going to get them really together. You just squish that in, mix it with your hands. Don't be afraid to get your hands a little dirty. All right, and then once you're done with that, chop up some pickles. Dill pickles are better, I think. I hate sweet pickles. And add 8 ounces of cubed cheese. I get the ones that are already cubed. You could buy a block and just cut it yourself. Doesn't matter. It's all the same. And then you just go ahead and mix the pickles and the cheese in with the other ingredients. Okay, so now this is the first time I ever made mini loaves with this recipe, but you can do the mini loaves like I'm showing you. Just get a cupcake pan and press them in, but you can also just form a loaf with your hands on a baking sheet. I recommend doing it on aluminum foil or parchment paper and form it into a loaf. If you have a loaf pan, you could do it in the loaf pan, but the cooking time will be different because of the thickness of those loaves. So go ahead and finish evenly distributing the ground beef into each of those loaves and pack them in real nice. Then you're going to throw them in your oven at about 400 degrees for about 15 to 20 minutes. And then this is what you'll get.
So clearly those loaves didn't make the prettiest picture, but I promise you that those meatloaves have so much flavor that they might move up on your favorite keto foods list. Like I said, I've been making these for years. See, the original recipe asked for breadcrumbs and a leaner ground beef. Now, with this one, we have the grated Parmesan that helps to bind it. But, of course, Parmesan has its own flavor compared to plain breadcrumbs. And And then the fattier ground beef just gives the meat some intense flavor. And when you couple that with black cheese and pickles, then I promise you this is probably gonna be one of your favorite recipes. Now, let me know if you do try it. Comment below and tell me what you thought of it. How did yours come out? How did you make it? Give a thumbs up if you like this video. And then lastly, I want to thank you once again for watching and committing to watching my videos every week. From now on, going forward, videos will come out on Tuesdays. I just found it easier to make them come out on Tuesdays after the weekend, and trying to do it on a Monday was just too much. So I'm sorry if you got used to the Monday, which you couldn't have because most of them came out on Tuesdays. But from now on, Tuesdays. And then again, thanks for watching John Eats Keto, and I'll see you next week. Bye.